Passions ascend, my children! For some reason this year, I feel like our annual look at the crow should have something cathartic. Something satisfying. It always is satisfying, of course, but especially this time, let's see the crow killing Nazis! At a concentration camp, the commandant kills a man who claims to not belong with the rest of the prisoners, ordering that no other prisoners be killed until he's had a chance to inspect them, though he does order that intellectuals be set aside and brought to him. However, as the train cars are emptied, one man remains in the shadows and is ordered out by a soldier, who soon finds his jaw ripped off. The man kills several more soldiers, as well as some dogs, whom he does express some pity for since they have merely been misused. I mean, it's not the doggos' fault that the Nazis are evil, but at the same time, they are trying to murder you, so... This one-eyed fellow yells out Götterdämmerung, aka Twilight of the Gods, expressing how he feels about these supposedly superior foes. The commandant orders him shot, and he is riddled with bullets, making sure to throw in some more orders to show what a delightful fellow the commandant is, including demanding the prisoners be interrogated to know if anyone knew who he was. They search his pockets and let the prisoners carry his body to the incinerator, the commandant remembering that the last thing he said before the soldiers shot him. Check. As the crow, the bird anyway, watches, the soldiers who sought out identification from the body brings us the one thing they found to the commandant. A rook, aka a chess piece. And at the incinerator, the prisoners behold the dead man open his one good eye and ask for a change of clothes. He walks out into the snowy night as the commandant plays the final act of Wagner's ring cycle, Götterdämmerung, and begins his long, dark night of the soul. Two soldiers complain about their jobs, being great soldiers who are merely guarding trucks from a bunch of malnourished, terrified prisoners. And hey, they at least get to live forever under their beloved swastika. And as our hero flings a guard's body upon them, he says that they simply must tell him what it's like to live forever. Across the camp he goes. There is no such thing as an innocent Nazi as they harvest the remains of the dead, gold and leather and clothes, vultures upon their victims. While the commandant specifically is seeking out the musician to face against, and finding none so far in the intellectuals his soldiers tell him of, the crow drowns the camp in blood. Oh, and such complaining from the genocidal racists. Don't worry, where you're going, you won't be lonely. For a moment, our hero loses himself, forgetting what he's doing and why. But the bird reminds him, and he remembers. He remembers the wrongs that must be made right. The commandant kills the first intellectual, a painter, when he admits he has never played chess. The next, an historian, has, and thus he challenges him to a game. Defeat the commandant, and he gets to live. The historian is terrified, asking if anyone has ever beaten him, but that just makes the commandant angry, saying it is a fair game. God is with the victorious after all. Well, the flashback finally reveals the history of our crow here. He actually beat the commandant at chess. But then the commandant threatened his wife and daughter, demanding they have a rematch. As the crow remembers this, he looks up some Nazis in their sleeping quarters and burns them all to death. Those that remain come out to try to stop the crow, but he is unstoppable, of course. The commandant orders all the prisoners executed, but all his soldiers are dead by the time they reach the barracks. The commandant seems to realize who this man is, though he doesn't even know anything about the man. Just that he fought him in chess, and he lost to the man during the second match as well. But while he keeps his promise that he will live, his wife is not so fortunate. The commandant is the last one standing against the crow, putting bullet after bullet into him and demanding he stay down and ask who the hell is he? But the crow simply says that he is Götterdämmerung. The commandant is the last piece on the board, the king as he would say. But the crow knows he is but a pawn for the Führer, so he will not have a crown of thrones. Instead, the barbed wire shall be wrapped around his murderous hands. In the third game, the man deliberately lost in the vain hope it would save his daughter. But instead, both were executed. the man swearing that he would kill the Commandant. And he lives up to that promise, forcing the Commandant into the pile of burnt bodies of previous prisoners. He tries to throw it back, saying, "Ooh, you are as bad as me because of all the people you killed." But of course, this was not the Crow's doing. This was the choice of the Commandant for being a sore loser, and for believing in his evil ways. The Commandant tries to be defiant, saying that he will always exist, that there will always be men like him. But for today, there are less. The Commandant also wants to know what his profession was, believing him to be a musician, but the Crow gives him no such satisfaction, naming a dozen other professions as well. The point being that he was a person, a nobody, a snowflake, a blizzard. A mere nobody defeated him. Despite choking the life of the Commandant, the Crow is not quite satisfied. The prisoners are released and wonder where they will go now, some thinking they should head to a nearby town, but the Crow tells them not to. Everyone in that town knew about all this and let it happen, so he's going to pay them a visit next. His face may not have been painted white like other crows we've seen, but it certainly got covered by the blood of very evil men.